Welcome back to the Dungeon Master Academy, Mastering the Realms for part 2 of Rock, Paper, Pistols. Our adventurers started with being given a lockbox by a mysterious Giff, who promptly got assassinated by a werewolf. Another day on the Rock of Brawl. The party discovered a map on the dead Giff, and are now trying to unravel the mysteries of the lockbox. They are currently being hunted in the streets by bad guys while they discuss their next move. Okay, so where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
Or have the gnolls and lizards moved past us?
Yes, they've moved on to the next alleyway at this point. You've made your sketch of the lockbox. You have stealthily put your lockbox back on your back again there, Professor Fingers.
Oh, got it. This is heavy.
We don't necessarily need to go to the magistrate if you don't want to. We can go check out the mages.
Yeah, it's only an hour away.
I'm good with what the group wants.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think we don't really have a specific desire either way, right? We know that the mages was a place he hasn't had a chance to check yet. So we might get new information.
Luigi, he hasn't checked.
If we're going to be hunted, at this point, I'd rather be hunted by only one group than both groups.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to go to?
We might as look. Clearly, there's someone who might be in danger. We're not just going to pry this open and sell whatever's in for a quick profit. It might make more sense to get on the good side of the magistrate in this city. Okay. Believe me, I can always use it if the law thinks well of me for at least a brief period of time.
So maybe go there, report what we saw, try to clear our names as involved in it, and pick
That's what I'm leaning towards.
Yeah, let's do that then. Unless there's any objections.
No, I'm fine with it.
Are we willing to give up the locket when we have this discussion as a gesture of goodwill to the law? We should decide that before we're in their presence.
Okay, I'll be back in 2 minutes. You guys continue on.
Might help. Yeah, I think the locket might help us when we're talking to Eliza to prove that we know her.
Robbed her father?
Yeah. Sorry?
Robbed her father?
Well, she doesn't know we robbed him. She might think he gave it to us so that we could.
Let's not look. We saw a person get assassinated, and we did what we could to determine who they were. And now between this map and this locket, we have reason to believe she might be in danger. Mm-hmm. However, if we just want to go investigate the mages and continue with our investigation, I'm good either way too. That's why I said I could go either way on this.
No, I think the question Derek was having is that, like, do we want to give the locket to show that this is what we found on his body?
If we have to, we have to. I'm pretty sure some of you are convincing enough, though, that we can say it's necessary to aid in the investigation. We're adventurers. They hire people like us all the time.
I'd rather keep the locket to show Eliza if we have to.
I mean, in all honesty, we could also just make another copy of the map and give that to the magistrate if we really need to give him something.
Let's deal with this if it comes up. Right now, we're just pouring trouble.
Let's not give any information we don't have to.
Yeah. You know what, though? Just to be prepared, why not create another copy of the map just in case?
God, fine. There we go. Go for it.
To appease Professor Fingers, I'll make it with everything else shifted 45 kilometers to the west again.
I'm fine with that.
I give you a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Fingers gives you a thumbs up. Sounds good.
Okay. All right. You all sorted out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We made an additional copy of the map just in case we need to show it to the magistrate. It's the one that's 45 kilometers to the west. Again, and then we have our tracing of the box in case we need to use that as well. But we're going to keep everything physical. We have no plan on giving away anything that's physical.
All up to you. Okay, so the magistrate.
Our plan is to go to the magistrate to at least inform them of what we've seen, so that we're not being hunted by the Combine and the Kyriakis.
Well, that's a good idea. I always leave it up to the players, and then I just have to make stuff up as to what you guys decide. Okay, so the magistrate office is located on the corner of Lamp Street and Sailmaker Street, close to the middle city as one can come before being in the low city. So it's like straddling the border. So it's a normal, just kind of building. We can use the map that we're on, but we're not really. This will be theater of the mind. The office is spacious and quite empty as you walk in. Behind is a wide desk, is a counter with all sorts of Keith making equipment. Does anyone know what Keith is?
No.
I do not.
Nope.
No, sir.
It's Keith is like a drink. It's a hot drink. They take beans and crush them up and grind them. They filter water through it, and it makes caffeinated. Yeah.
I've not heard of this, but it sounds like the most magical thing to ever be created, and that I will literally murder people if I don't drink some of it every day.
Fantastic.
Sounds a lot like something I had this morning, but different.
Okay, so you see all sorts of Keith making equipment, such as pots with boiling water and pieces of thin cloth for filtering. Only one chair is in the room, is practical but comfortable, and situated behind the desk. A large chandelier bathes the room in bright light. Open windows let in a fresh breeze. So you see a desk. It's quite tidy. It has a cheap-looking gold sign that says Magistrate O'Sullivan. A set of writing utensils. It looks like there's a closed log book and a pile of papers held down by a curiously shaped stone.
Ooh.
Standing behind the desk is a slender human in his 50s, impeccably dressed in long green robes embroidered with elaborate patterns and a blue broadcast vest.
Greetings, adventurers. I am Magistrate Wyatt O'Sullivan, and I'm the law for the Low City. What brings you to my office?
As he starts making a pot of Keith.
We'd like to perform a robbery. We'd like to
Perform a
report
robbery.
a murder.
Report a murder.
Sir, you're doing a murder and a robbery?
No. We would like to perform.
I move toward the exit. Fingers move toward the exit.
You keep
would
saying
like
to
to
perform.
perform. Murder.
Man, you're the one that's got the 11 sleight of hand. You're the one that's got to grab that piece. I'm going to draw the heat for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
We would like to report a
Yes.
murder.
Yes.
Oh,
I point to Narcissa and I use her voice and I say that.
That is great, but I'm very interested in you performing a murder. Is that like a avant-garde? Are you method?
Yes, we are going to act out the murder that we witnessed.
Stage left, leap into action and try to start reporting and recreating it using all the voices that he had as verbatim. Sorry, I can't speak English right now. Me as a human being, so don't let anyone understand this is what my character is doing. My brain broke for a second.
I would like to be the Giff in this performance. You stage left will do all of the audio.
I'll do Villis because he was cool and I wanted to be like him.
All right.
I'll do Hughes.
Okay.
I will do all of the sound effects.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
So Jeff, this is and Andrew, this is specifically a performance to draw his attention to hopefully provide Mr. Fingers, Professor Fingers, an opportunity to use his sleight of hand to grab that stone.
All right.
I'm going to walk into the center stage very dramatically and be like, "Oh no!" And I put my hand to my forehead. I am being pursued by a villain.
And I'd be like, "Villain, nah, see, put your hands up, see, yeah, give me your case, see, yeah."
And I'm gonna make a shooting noise.
All right. As they're doing this, I am going to...
Go ahead.
That's
If I'm too distracted to even do sleight of hand stuff, I'm just like enthralled. Like, my God, this is art.
I fall to the ground and I do the most overdone, overdramatic death scene. It takes me about 45 seconds to die, and then I'm just writhing in sporadic spasms of pain. And
During the 45-second death scene, I want to use sleight of hand to switch the rock paperweight on his desk with a piton from my equipment, and then cast minor illusion on the piton to make it look like the rock that was already there.
Okay. Quite the dramatic scene. Let's do a sleight of hand check at advantage, because that was the most amazing performance of a death scene impromptu that I've heard in a while.
Thank you.
How do I
think you hold shift when you click it.
Thank you. Oh, that worked out well.
Ooh,
Nice.
That's lots of rolls there. So you're good. So I love the whole dramatic, oh my God, I am dying. And then, hey, give me your money. Hey, kabam. The magistrate is enthralled by this performance. Like I'm not even gonna get you to roll this because that was absolutely amazing role play at the same time.
Sure to say, this is what happens when you mess with the Kyriakis. Nah.
Oh, it's
I'm dropping Kyriakis as off as I can.
okay. So you do the swipe. It is pretty windy in there, and very good call on actually putting something to replace.
But the windows were open.
The window, very good one. So you can see as you start bringing it up, some papers start kind of about to fly away as you quickly put the piton down. So nothing actually goes. The magistrate
Talks to so it looks like that individual has been murdered.
Yes. I am dead.
And he is obviously with one of the factions that is warring with one of the other factions right now. And to be honest, I don't have time to deal with warring factions. They need to sort it out themselves. Definitely the body needs to be cleaned, and his family needs to be alerted. Is that something that you can take care of?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Give me a little bit of a persuasion check.
I can help you with that.
I'm gonna leave it to you.
I am a persuasive one.
Who is it you want that from?
Well, you can make the persuasion check, Danny, and I'll help you.
Thank you. All right, what will your help add to my thingy, just so I'm aware?
You get advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's perfect. Because that helped me go from a 5 to a 17.
17?
17 on the die, so it's really like 23.
Nicely done.
22. Sorry, my math was bad. 20. I'm gonna add it to the check.
You needed a 5, so he's okay with you.
I could have gotten it without the fucking advantage.
It's just as long as you don't roll a 1, basically.
No, we're good.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to do this. He wants us to do it.
Yeah, you really get the vibe that it's kind of not beneath him, but he has a lot on his plate right now, right? And he just couldn't be bothered with warring factions that seem to be happening on the Rock of Brawl at all times. This is nothing new to him. But he will say that once he saw like your reenactment of it, he recognizes. You didn't do any visuals, did you, as to describing what they were wearing?
No, but we could just tell him, if that's good.
He'll because the person that was murdered, what did they look like besides obviously a Giff? What were they dressed like?
So if he has a piece, never mind. Go ahead, guys.
So I got a good.
Recreate his clothes.
Yeah,
I will
got a good
minor
look at
illusion the dead body thingy so that he can see exactly what he looked
Ragnar
like.
can just describe him. He literally looked at him and searched him.
Yeah, then we can also minor
Didn't he
illusion so he
have
can see it himself.
Double C's on his clothes somewhere, though.
Oh, and his cufflinks, nicely done.
Close-ups.
Nicely done. So you do describe all this, and he recognizes the lapel pin and the cufflinks from Hughes's uniform. And the description of his uniform puts him with the Clamp Combine in the good guy camp. He knows that the headquarters for both the Clamp Combine and the Kyriakis are located, and he doesn't want to disturb the quote-unquote fragile peace amongst them. But he does, and he tells you where the locations of both the Clamp Combine and the Kyriakis hideouts are. He goes,
but definitely let the Clamp Combine know that this guy was murdered.
Oh yeah, we will definitely need to tell them.
Have you shown them the locket, or that wasn't part of it?
We haven't.
No, we're not going to show the magistrate the
locket. Okay, so you haven't shown him the locket, you haven't shown him the lockbox, you recreated the murder. He goes.
Did you find anything on him? Not that it's any of my business or I know anything. Did you find anything on him?
We're not thieves. We didn't check his body. We just performed the last rites.
Oh. Yep. Oh, okay. So and so cleaning the body and relegating it to this family, because I don't know if he does actually have a family or not. I don't know everybody in the town, and he does work for the Clamp Combine. So you might want to check in with them and tell them that one of their members has been assassinated in the streets.
Okay.
Using a Harvey Birdman impression, I'll take the case. That's what I'll say.
All right. Let's skedaddle, because I don't know if our characters would know, but that illusion's not going to last forever, right?
Yeah, we should get going.
Well, I know exactly how long it will last. A minute, I think.
Do you prompt us to get the hell out of there before it changes?
Yes! Well, I mean, it doesn't go like explode. It'll just fade into a pit-in. But yeah, probably best to...
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Bid him adieu.
Where would you like to go to next?
Let's head to the Combine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, let me get to that part.
On our way there, can I check the paperweight to see if it does indeed look like 1/3 of the thing that'll fit in the case?
Ooh, and where are you going to do this?
Can we hold it up against the tracing that we made so he doesn't actually have to open up and take out the case?
That's a good point.
Yes, you can.
Well, let's do that.
All right, let's do that then.
Okay. Oh, wow. And you take out the swirl, as it is a bigger kind of piece at the same time. It has a lot of weight to it. Mm-hmm. It does fit into one of the 3 slots.
Okay, perfect. I'll keep everything concealed about my person then.
Yes.
From the tracing, it looks like there are 3 slots to it. That it fits in one of the slots. Yes.
That sounds great.
Do we want somebody other than the person holding the case to hold this piece so that one person doesn't have it all on
Oh,
them?
that's a great idea. What color is it?
I mean, if you think it, I'm fine with holding on to everything.
What color is it, Jeff?
Green.
Yeah, it doesn't match my ensemble.
Green's my color. I'll hold it.
There you go.
I just made up a color.
I reluctantly, I kind of almost have to, force my hand to give it up. Like, no, it's okay. It's the party. Ah, there, take it. Nah, it just feels wrong.
You guys are crazy. I love it. Okay, so you're going to the Clamp Combine headquarters?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, as you are walking towards the Clamp Combine, you have to go through the Great Market. The Great Market is a chaotic... Oh, I actually have a map for this.
Nice!
Yes, we're moving to another map.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are those donuts?
Donuts? I don't know what map you're looking at.
Right there.
Okay, I'm like,
The donuts.
So many donuts.
okay, and then I'll just put you guys all here.
I'm assuming they are the tops of spools of thread.
Yes, or they could be donuts if you really want donuts.
Donuts.
Yay.
That's
Candy
fine too.
pineapple rings.
We have found ye old Tim Hortons.
Yeah. The Great Market is a chaotic expanse of small vendors, street performers, beggars, orators, merchants, and customers of all descriptions. During business hours, throngs of people swarm the area. Pickpockets dart amongst them, plying their own trade. As you are walking by, you feel something brush by you, but you don't really kind of notice it at the same time.
I was getting fresh with me.
Someone was getting fresh with you. Nestling, as this is all kind of happening, you see, you notice a Giff, smaller version, very similar to the person in the picture. Walk by, bump into Narcissa, and then walk away.
I'm gonna just call out Eliza.
Nicely done. She spins her head back. The Giff spins her head back, looks at all of you, tries to figure out where that voice is coming from, and just stands still, staring at all of you.
I didn't hear her father say a lot, but I was obviously standing right next to Narcissa when we got the thing. So I'm gonna say quietly, but clearly in his voice, take this and run.
She hears the voice. It's a familiar voice.
Oh.
Her body turns all the way around to you. She starts walking closer towards you. You see her, and I have art for this.
It sounds great. I'm so excited.
And there you go.
Amazing.
Oh, she looks
Oh
fantastic.
yeah!
She starts walking up to you, but it's the dagger and the hand crossbow are in her belt,
But she looks like the kind of person who would have one.
right? She totally does. And she walks up to you and says,
Did I hear you guys correctly there?
You
What?
did indeed.
What? How do you know that voice? And who replicated that voice? What is going on here?
Clearly two of us are Kenku, so if she knows anything about Kenku, she would know that we would be able to do that.
But to help out, if that's okay, I would point to both Nestling and then myself, and then I would repeat the same words that Nestling used, and I just would we can both do it.
her face drops in sadness and fear. Going, what?
Where did you learn that voice from?
With a little less ostentatiousness, I will try to recreate what happened to her father for her. I'm assuming that's her father.
Yeah.
Maybe we should take her somewhere more private to do this, because he said that this was like a really.
I said what I
bustling-
said.
No, I'm the DM that's like, oh, you said that. That's what you're doing.
That's what you're doing.
So, do you want to describe how you're doing the death scene of her father in front of her in the market?
God. Are we gonna reenact this for a second
I
time?
said, but with less ostentatiousness, a bit more somber. This is a realistic performance. It's not a comedy. It's a drama.
Okay.
Poignant moment.
It would be like the quiet podcast version.
Yeah, like he's right. He was
Just
right
the
when it
audio.
happened, so I'll play both parts just to make it a little bit more of like a one-man show.
I'm Ira Glass, but a space gentleman. Welcome to this Space Jammer life.
So I'll start off with the Combine gentleman being like, "Here, quickly, take this," thrusting air towards you, turning around, and then I'll hop over to Villas and be like, "Give it to me, nah." The bad guys, we're the bad guys, nah. And then I'll go pow pow pow, and then I'll go oh, as her father goes, "No, I left so much unsaid." Falls over on his back, reach up and yell, "Eliza!" and then falls asleep.
And she starts crying right there in the market. My father? I haven't seen him in years. He's
Interfere. We should go someplace quieter to talk about this.
And she's
there's a lot going on, and you yourself might be in some danger.
and she screams out, "He's dead!"
Console her, like maybe if she'll let me put her arm around her, I will. If not, I'll just try to look, you know, I feel really bad for you too. Come, let's go somewhere more quiet and talk about this.
She is very unconsolable right now. She will accept the arm around her, but she is wailing and bawling away. If you try to lead her somewhere, she will follow at the same time. She's
Yeah.
she just found out she hasn't seen her father in years and years, and now she's just finding out randomly that he's dead.
Yeah, her reaction is completely understandable. Let's take her, you know, out of the crowd, and we'll tell her quietly what we know so far. I think.
Oh, she goes to you in big sobs.
I haven't seen him in years. I didn't even know he was on the rock. Oh, we were always on good terms, and I just miss him so much. I grew up with my Aunt Helga and her father's, which is one of my father's colleagues on the Combine. He has sheltered me like until I turned 16, but now I'm on my own, and I really don't know what to do. I'm just kind of lost in life without my father, and now that he's dead.
Yes.
Now I'm beginning to resent my aunt at the same time, and I think I need to run away. Like it's, you know, I've been a part of this Clamp Combine, you know, trying to help out, but I feel so lost, and now my father is dead.
My God, this is why every party needs a therapist.
Okay, so she's told us now that she's part of the Combine. Did I hear that incorrectly?
No, she totally did.
In between wailing, and it's a weird wailing because she's a Giff and has like a lot of lung power. Wow. So it's a pretty loud.
You know what always cheers me up? Giving exposition. Why don't you give it a try?
Oh my God, such an asshole.
People with charisma should be trying this.
Well, I was trying to say something with it. What I was going to say
I'm sorry. I'll step out. I'll leave it to you.
Noticing the
I'm gonna go keep an eye out for more pickpockets.
Noticing the obviously this is a pretty poignant moment in the side, so I'll I'll walk up to her and, you know, tepidly take out the locket and open it up and point.
Yeah.
Show that he always, you know, her father always still cared about her and kept her close to his heart, and I'd like to give it to her to kind of hopefully help console her.
Absolutely.
I feel like she should have it at this moment. I would feel
absolutely.
pretty shitty holding on to it still. So.
Oh, that's really sweet. I'll give you inspiration for that because that's just like a really nice thing to do. Nice. So she's wailing away, and you present the locket, and she just catches her breath for a second, looks at the picture of her and her father, looks at the picture of him, and just like gives a big sigh. Goes,
"Thank you for this."
He goes, "But I guess we're gonna have to go back to the Combine and tell them that my father has passed."
And then instead of saying when she says that, I'll recreate the part of villainous or Villis.
Yeah.
And I'll say like, no, I'm the Kyriakis and I'm gonna kill you, man. I'm like saying like I'm trying to let her know who it was that did it.
Oh, those evildoers! Oh.
And she gets this very angry look on her face, like she wants retribution, old school style.
Yes, yes. Oh, we've been battling them for a while, and I don't know how my dad got caught in the middle of everything. Obviously, I didn't even know he was back on the rock again. We have to go back to the Clamp Combine and tell them what's happened, that he's been assassinated by the evil. Oh no.
So here's the thing, you guys, and this is out of character. Like, clearly she was on the map, right? So he was clearly going to go to her. We're assuming it had something to do with the case. So I feel like it would be okay to be honest with her about like the case and
100% agree.
Yeah.
We should give her everything we have.
As much information, because really, I mean, getting retribution for his death will mean more to her than us. We didn't even know the guy, right? So if she thinks that the Combine is the right ones to talk to, I think she should have all the information.
Right, but I feel like with the reason why we made all the tracings and stuff was that we didn't want to physically hand over possession or even show that we physically had the case.
We don't have to, but we can tell her about it, though.
Yeah, show her a drawing, because we want to know. We need information to know why they would have wanted to have killed him.
Just for clarity, is this conversation still happening in the market, or did we actually move somewhere more private?
We did move more private.
You've moved more private. You've ushered her away.
All right, I agree. I think we can go to the Combine. I think we can be totally honest with them about what we have.
Yeah.
But we'll try not to hand anything over permanently.
Unless we have to.
And plus, I want to see some profit from this. And if it looks like this is not a thing where we're just going to spring this open and take whatever's inside, if we're going to help them deal with something, we might as well get paid.
Yeah, there you go.
That's fair.
Okay, so let's go back to the headquarters then.
Yes, let's go to the Combine.
The Clamp Combine's headquarters is on the Rock of Brawl, is a plain utilitarian building in the south side of Middle City. The smell of freshly brewed Keith can be smelled wafting from the building. It's fronted by offices of the Brer Inquiry, which is the local newspaper, a tavern with several premium Keiths on the ground floor. And we have a new map for this, apparently.
Nice.
What did I do here? I said use this one instead. Okay. And we're over here.
We never did get those donuts.
No.
Every adventurer has to have some privation.
And we'll just put you over here on this map, just so everyone's here. Looking all pretty. Okay, so the building on the outside, you can tell, is 4 stories tall. The first floor is open to the public. And as you walk in, you can see there's a cafeteria and offices of the Rock of Brawl leading newspaper. You see a bunch of stairways heading up, and there's a whole bunch of, it's an open cafeteria. You see all races and forms. Everybody is dressed in the same uniform that you can see is of the Clamp Combine. There is a front desk just seated inside the door. Behind a large mahogany desk is a nondescript gnome clerk. She offers you a sign-in book and says, please,
but firmly, all visitors must write their names when they sign in.
I have no objection. I sign my name.
Yeah.
All right.
Same.
Okay.
Okay, and then help yourself to the cafeteria, and she points over to the large cafeteria. It's a dining hall adjoining, and then if you are looking for the offices of the Rock, of the newspaper, they are in the back. We'll call that to the north, and everything else is located upstairs.
what you want to do?
If we need to talk to someone about official Combine business, and I make my eyebrows go up and down, who should we talk to?
Oh, please go upstairs, and all of the offices for the Clam Combine are up there.
All right.
So we should
And
head upstairs.
I sign the guest book very floridly, Cornelius Q. Cobblecrack, and then underneath it I write crime name Professor Fingers.
Oh my god, I love that.
Above that, Ragnar has signed with an R with an X through it, because that's about the extent of his literacy.
Oh my goodness.
Make your mark.
Exactly.
Right? As you get to the second floor, you'll notice that there's a massive amount of office cubicles. Each of these individual cubicles are about 10 by 10 and is furnished with a desk, 3 chairs, and a cabinet. You see someone dressed in robes basically walk up to you as you poking their head out of one of the cubicles and notices all of you with Eliza in tow.
And
she goes,
that's my aunt. She's the one who raised me. Her name is Helga.
Helga comes up to you and says,
Hello, adventurers. It looks like you're in the company of my niece. Let me introduce myself. I'm Agent Helga Trost. I am here on behalf and represent the Clamp Combine in this area on the Rock of Brawl. What can I do for you?
You can see that she's a female Asmar, if no one is familiar with Asmars.
Interesting.
She looks and sees Eliza in tears. She goes,
"Oh dear, what is going on? Why is she in tears, and why are you here? What has happened?"
Hughes got shot.
She doesn't look that surprised, though.
Caracas did it.
With
his boomy stick.
I'm very, very sad to hear about Hughes' death. But this is a very dangerous town, and he's been on a very dangerous mission, so we're not surprised, and he will be honored.
And then she goes over to Eliza to give her the family hug.
Jeff, we can step back for one quick second. When you said she didn't look surprised.
Correct.
Is it possible to elaborate on that? When you say she didn't look surprised, is it because in their line of work this kind of thing happens all the time, or is it a bit more nefarious? I'm sorry if I'm overthinking.
No, give me an insight.
Okay.
That's how I DM of like, hey, give me something like this. You can always ask, like, think of it as a choose your own adventure. You can always ask questions. 20, very nice roll, by the way, with the natural 20. Woo! You can tell that this is the way of life.
Okay.
They're in the lower city of the Rock of Brawl. They're fighting another faction that has evilness, and part of their lifestyle of being a mercenary, death does happen quite a lot.
Okay.
Being sent on dangerous, sensitive missions at the same time. She's not surprised because it is dangerous. Like it's not for nefarious, like she set him up or anything like that.
Yeah, okay, totally.
Yeah, with the 22,
this is what happens to people of the Combine when they're trying to do what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Okay, the risk that they take. Understood.
Yeah, it's a risk and part of what it has.
Well, we did say out of game. We did say that we came here to explain to her what happened, so we should just explain to her what happened.
Okay. So you explain. Okay. So how detailed did you get about what happened? Like, do you tell about the lockbox? Do you tell about the
Well, we all agreed that we would, but we were going to show the drawings and not
the actual lockbox.
Okay. So she goes.
So he did give you something. What did he give you?
Well, no. What we'll say is
he gave us this lockbox, and we show her the drawings.
It's all going according to plan then. That's great. Oh, this is great. Do you actually have possession of the lockbox, or did you store it somewhere, or?
It's in a safe place.
Oh, okay. That's great, because we had the lockbox, and that was Hughes' mission, was to get the lockbox. We did hear from him that he couldn't open it, and we were trying to brainstorm around here on how to open it, and we haven't quite figured it out yet, but it must be opened as soon as possible. We heard that there are 3 keys to this.
And literally she goes into her back pocket and pulls out one of the keys that looks very similar to one of the ones that you already found.
All right. Before we go any further with this, what's this all about?
Yes.
What's so important about this lockbox that people are willing to kill over it? And what made him desperate enough to? I mean, we're very trustworthy looking people, but still, like, he took a huge chance on us.
Yes. Well, the lockbox has some mysterious origins and something mysterious inside of it, and we're not quite sure exactly what it is yet. We know that it is powerful, and we know that the other group is trying to find it and has some nefarious plans for it. So before that could happen, we figured that we needed to get possession of the lockbox and figure out what's inside of it first before they do. We don't know what the contents are, but we know that there are 3 keys. We have one of them that we're willing to give and to help you with, but we don't want to give up the key, and we want to have the lockbox opened here in private, where we can control what's going on. We know that the bad guys have one of the keys as well. And then the third key, we believe we've heard, it's in the magistrate's office. He has it. He's using it as a paperweight for some reason. He does not know what it is actually for, and we haven't told him.
I think I just look at whoever's holding it.
Ragnar.
I look at Ragnar. Side eye. Should we? Okay,
I'll also give
yeah.
Ragnar, and I'll fingers will make a go-ahead gesture.
We kick him under the table.
Yeah, I'm like looking at you guys like, what? What? You're looking at me. I haven't done anything.
I'm not sure why your gentleman's underneath the
Wait,
table.
are we acting out again? I want in this time.
Just show Helga here the thing.
Show him what's in your pants. Just show him.
No, without some dinner first. Oh, you mean the green stone? This thing. I remove the key from my safe place and show it to her.
She looks
We
at.
got this from the magistrate.
So you already have one of the keys. Oh, that's great. So if you can grab the other key and get that, which is going to be in the Kyriakis' headquarters.
Of course it is.
Like, where else would
Everyone
it be?
has one.
Everybody has one. We're trying to unite the keys. So if you could get the one from them, and then bring it back here, we could probably open the lockbox here then. Just so you know, like, Hughes was my partner in the field. After I was made branch leader. I know Hughes well, and I'm the one who actually sent him to look for the lockbox. I do feel guilty about all of this. I haven't seen Eliza in quite some time. She's kind of been a little estranged from me. I wasn't the nicest aunt. I was very hard on her, and losing her father was very close to her, and she's kind of found the wayward path. We used to be close, and she blames me for her father going away, and now that he's dying and dead, I'm sure I'll be blamed for this as well.
Is she still sitting at the table right there with us?
Yes.
Okay. Want to be clear on that.
She, as you can tell, she's not very nice to Eliza. She's tried her best, but her political couth is just not there. She talks about her openly in front of her all the time. She does love her at the same time. You can see that, the sense of the loving. She's just never had kids and doesn't know how to relate to them.
Amazing.
I'm gonna ask a really stupid question because I'm convinced that you have already answered this, but like, how did they, or I guess in this case him, how did he get possession of the case to begin with?
I sent him on the mission to find the case. I don't know where he got it from, honestly.
Oh, so he was on a mission to find it and he found it.
He found it, and he was supposed to come back here with it, and then we were going to retrieve the keys to open up the lockbox in safety in our own headquarters. But obviously, the Kyriakis found out about him returning somehow. We don't know how. As we were just finding out that he was murdered in the streets earlier today. And now you have possession of one of the keys and apparently the lockbox. So we are 2/3 of the way there right now. If you can get that last key, I'm sure we can open this box
All
here.
right. I think I'm pretty sure that can be arranged. Now, as we are going to be acting as agents of the Clan Combine, I can assume a percentage of what's inside, or even just favors. You seem like valuable people to know. I trust services will not go unforgotten.
Do we know what's in it?
I don't know. I don't think they know what's in it.
Well, it could be full
they're
of
after it
cheese
for a
whiz for all
reason.
we know. Like,
Look, do you want... I'm just saying, we want to be in on whatever's happening here. You know, the classic deal, a piece of the action. Whatever that action happens to be.
Agent Trost goes into her back pocket and pulls out a pouch and throws it at all of you.
oh, well, we like
Ugh.
pouches.
I like having things thrown at me.
Beautiful. Perfect. I think we can hand them over the lockbox at this time. Like, we're going to come back here. Like, this is
I mean, to
where
be
it is.
fair, if we're going to go get the key, they can't open it without the key, so...
Yeah. So, in that case, I'm going to give a little flourish.
Wait,
Just a sweep
if you
of
guys
my
Give
cape.
me one quick second before you go this far, Jeff.
Yeah.
Do we know in world? What do we actually know about the Combine?
We know that they don't like the other guys. We know
Yeah,
that
but
much.
that's all we know, and that's enough for us to assume that we're gonna go all in on them.
Give me a history check.
Okay. 1 second here.
Same thing as we did for the Kyriakis.
Yeah.
I only like crime
Nice flat even 10.
and draconic syntax.
But I don't like the idea of bringing the real box into the Caracas headquarters. If we choose not to give it up here and now, we should probably stash it.
That's a good idea.
Okay, so
I'm just
you
saying,
do.
like,
Sorry, go ahead.
My only thing was that I don't know why we just kind of assumed that they were fine, but the fact that the magistrate didn't even want to get involved in this, are they self-proclaimed the people who are trying to be good? Like, we don't really know necessarily if they're the ones you want to side with yet either, though.
I mean, the people who saw the murder earlier, when they were looking for a police force to like deal with what they thought were evildoers, they called for the Combine.
Fair.
Look, it's the
Yeah,
side
they did
that's
suggest it.
not the police, that's too powerful for the gendarme or the magistrates to interfere with, and it's the side that isn't currently trying to kill us. To me,
That's
that
fair.
translates to good people. I don't know about you.
They've also offered us money.
Yeah,
Just want to put that out there.
that ranks as ethical.
Yeah,
Well,
fair.
Stage
that makes
left.
it ethical.
With your history check, you know that the Clamp Combine is an armed mercantile fleet that plies the Astral Sea. They deal in goods, information, and favors, and have a staggering influence on interstellar trade.
Look, these are people we want to owe us favors, that we want to get in good with.
You also know that the Clamp Combine is respected for their contributions to the arts, education, and falafels on Brawl.
Okay, well, you got me at the dedication to the arts and falafels. That's
Yeah,
it. I'm-
they are also the foremost authorities on news media, owning several theaters, multiple billboards in each district.
You said the T word.
Keep speaking my language. Stage left loves the Combine.
Yeah, the Brawl is the only large-scale printing press. They publish the Brawl Inquiry, the Rock's single most widely read broadsheet daily publication.
Cool. Done. I'm all in.
That's what you know about them.
Team Combine.
Yeah.
Do they have T-shirts?
They have
uniform.
they have a uniform. Yes.
I want the cufflinks.
Can we get one of those cool jackets?
Look, we can talk merchandising after we have the third.
Yeah, we don't want to go into the Caracas wearing
Come buy the
true, that's
t-shirts.
true.
Come buy the lunchbox. Come buy
I
the
want a
flamethrower.
reversible jacket. I want a reversible jacket. One with the Combine side on the one side, and one with Caracas on the other. And I can just flip it back and forth depending on where we need to be.
I'm already
Amazing.
creating the ethereal shop for it.
You guys are awesome. Okay, so you're going to be on your way to the Kyriakis Combine. Or, sorry, the Kyriakis headquarters. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, what did we decide to do with the actual case, the for real
I
case?
agree that we should hide it and not take it with us to the
I'd be okay leaving it here, but whatever gets us out the door faster. I'm not going to argue this.
I'm fine to just leave it in their trust.
Yeah.
The risk of putting it somewhere else is then if it gets lost, then we're suddenly tracking it down again. At least if they have it, we know where it is.
And we're giving them the green stone key as well.
No, I want to keep that.
Okay, put it back down your pants.
That's our insurance. Good.
Exactly.
Good call, Rasnar.
So stage less, we'll flip up Professor Finger's cloak, point to the case, and yell falafels.
I'm going to very dramatically wave the coat around, or like whip off my cloak and furl it. Sorry, you can't see my hand.
Phantom of the
Sorry.
Opera style.
Fingers will Phantom of the Opera his cloak, and when it clears the air, the lockbox will be sitting on the desk in front of Helga.
Ta-da!
Shazam! Okay, I just need to go to this layer.
I'd like to know how much flair was actually used in that. Can you make me a sleight of hand check so that I can gauge my reaction?
I have a plus 11
Or
to sleight of
performance.
hand.
Or performance. I mean, I'm not the
Boom!
DM.
20.
Oh my god!
We are blown
I
away.
am amazed. Wow, where did that come from?
I fart with excitement.
Wow.
Oh no, there's bugbears.
This campaign is suddenly taking a turn.
Yeah. So you're outside the Kyriakis headquarters, okay?
Yes.
The Kyriakis hideout is an old, repurposed Cartwright shop situated at the Windless Court. The streets are filled with houses like other buildings in the Windless Court. The Kyriakis hideout is 3 stories tall and topped with a shingled roof. The walls are made of wooden plaster covered in peeling yellowed whitewash. There are holes in the paint where houses number that were once screwed on, and the outline number of 42 can be made out in the paint. About half of the windows of the buildings are broken, the others are boarded up, and those remaining are covered with layers of grime and soot. There are a few fences or yards around the building here, and people walk through the spaces in between the houses through such a neighborhood. They prefer to stick to the poorly lit streets rather than the lightless alleys. By the front door, you see 2 bugbears just kind of hanging out. I've moved you all to another map. You're at the very, very bottom of it, and your tokens. So it's 3 stories tall. What do you want to do?
Question for the group: is our intent to try to sneak our way in and fight, or do we want to try to like talk our way in?
Let's reconnoiter the area first. Kind of like take a subtle, stealthy look around the building, any back entrances, do the walls look climbable, just kind of a general check for entrance points, possible break-in points.
Okay. All of the windows are either boarded up or grimy and you can't see in them. If you try to clean them, there might be an option there, but half of them are definitely boarded up and not an entrance. The other one are painted and it's grime and grease and just dirty that it makes it really hard to see in unless you would try to clean it. The building does look scalable at the same time. The only entrance that you can see on the ground level is where the bugbears are at that main door. The second level, again, all of the windows are boarded up. The third level, again, all the windows are boarded up, and then you see a shingled roof.
I say we just go up to the door and tell them we're here to conduct business or join their guild. And
yeah, exactly. That's how I wanted to ask before we went too far.
All right,
Like-
let's y'all can take the lead on this, and I'll try to back you up where I can.
I think now maybe this is a terrible plan, but I think we should try like deceiving them, like pretending like we're there because we heard about this thing and we know that the Combine has information on it. We know that the Combine's got information on it, but we give them the complete wrong information.
Yeah. We
know
already
what I mean?
Remember, we gave Villis the map and let him go, right? Like.
Right,
You
exactly.
remember
Right.
that? We convinced him we were friends.
Yeah, exactly. So I think
just
we
wanted
just
to ask
build
if we were-
on that. I think
I
we're
want
like,
to know
hey,
what our
so
plan
we,
was before
we
I
heard
started.
more about this thing, and like we want in, and we've got some information, but we give them like the completely wrong information, so that we're not actually backstabbing the Combine. That's what I think we should do.
I'm down with that.
All right, I'm in favor.
Full beans.
Okay, let's give her a shot then.
Is this the front door where these bugbear are?
Yeah.
Okay.
The front door.
Just before we do this, you realize they have been hunting for us. You're going to have to talk fast.
Oh, are they?
Oh, I assume it was them sending lizards and stuff after us.
Well, I
assume
think they
that
were
by
looking
now
for someone
the
who
guy
has
has
the
realized,
chest.
like, I was just magically compelled to hand over everything to a complete stranger.
No, I think what Jess was saying, they were looking for the case, not necessarily us.
I don't think they know it's us specifically, unless
Yeah.
Phyllis gave them us.
Yeah, like Villis is like, you know, your agents. Like that's why there were probably people looking for us, right?
It'll be fine.
All right, let's go.
We should tell
One
them
hand on the
that
dagger.
we should tell them that the magistrate has the chest.
That's true. We haven't had
Right?
to kill anyone yet, though, so it's
Because
about
like
time.
nobody has actually seen the chest in our possession. Because if they had, they would have chased us a lot harder, not just walked past us, right?
Well,
Why-
Phyllis did.
Who's Phyllis?
Why,
again?
why bring up the chest at all?
Well,
We go
won't.
in like don't imply we have it.
Nope.
But that's true. No one knows. I think the chest exists. Phyllis was told to just take whatever was on
That's right.
the guy. And he doesn't know that he missed something.
I'm
We got
so
the map,
sorry.
which we gave him.
Yeah.
I thought
We can
you
show them the
said-
rubbing.
I'm so sorry. I thought you said Phyllis, not Villis. So I was like picturing the chick from The Office, and I was like, when did she enter this module? Okay, anyways, I'm on the same page as you now. So I say we walk over there, and we're like, hey,
Well, technically, you were in a paper printing company. Just giving that to you, just so you don't feel bad. Okay, so you're gonna wander up, and you can tell that the bugbears are on edge.
hey, what's going on? Why you seem so upset?
They're big. They got black, spiky hair. It goes,
What do you want? What are you two doing here?
and then they just kind of stare at you both.
who's the? Do we have a name for the top Kuriakis guys?
Mikey, but he doesn't want to be
Mikey!
called that.
Oh
It
yeah.
is Michaela the Lion.
Oh yeah, Michaela. We are here to see. Wait, I've got it written down. Michaela the Lion. Who we've got some information. I think you might be interested in.
Give me a deception check.
Yeah, I can do that. All right, 18.
Let's see if it'll let me bring something up here. Well, 20's lagging.
There you go.
There we go. And we'll go against here. 8.
Aha!
Successful. So what do you say?
I'm like, hey, we've come across some information that we think Michaela the Lion might find compelling.
Oh, well, if it's for Michaela, then obviously she's holding court in the middle right now on the first floor. So
they open up the massive doors, and I'll do a reveal because you probably can't see anything else.
I cannot know.
Sweet. I'll just open up. No, not that much. I'm gonna open up all of that. So you should be able to see the interior now.
Yep.
Ooh, crimey.
So it looks just like the last place we were at.
Yep.
Very
only-
similar.
Okay.
There's only a few interior designers on the rock.
That's fine. It's like an
They
IKEA.
got the layout of an IKEA. It's fine.
Not enough maps in the module. I had to add some just for posterity's sake.
That's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine.
My immersion is broken.
Yes.
I know. I just ruined the game. Okay.
That's the one thing. This one thing.
The interior of the building is filthy. Members of Michaela's cell are literally gathered around. So in the middle of this area, you see a 14-year-old looking boy.
Right.
Walls are marked with graffiti, and the wings of the Kuriakis are scrawled with names and exploits who have lived here. You see a chubby 14-year-old boy in the middle of the room, surrounded by bugbears, gnolls, and lycanthropes.
Oh my god.
All of the monsters seem to be listening intently to the child. You see the child direct the gnomes to the upper floors. As the child turns its head towards the to lead the gnolls upstairs, you see keys dangling around the child's neck. So that's going to wrap up part 2. Check out the next episode to see if the party can open up that lockbox and see what's inside. Thanks again for joining us. This is the Dungeon Master Academy series, Mastering the Realms. I'm Dungeon Master Jeff. Peace.